versus good Ukrainian wives. How can you tell the difference? By the opinion of Ukrainian men, the ideal and the best wife just cleans well, cooks well, and keeps her mouth shut. The majority of Ukrainian men connect the main meaning of women just with the functions of housekeepers who must give birth to kids, clean the house, cook, and be obedient. The ideal wife is seen by the man as a 30 housewife who takes care about the family and create just the cozy atmosphere at home. They consider it's absolutely not necessary for them to work, to develop themselves, or just to have some hobby. Just no need. So, is it true, guys, that a good wife always means tasty dinner, iron shirts, calm kids, and never rejecting sex? Can we call a good wife if she's just convenient for her husband, helps him always and with everything, but forgetting about herself and showing just humility? Can such a woman be happy in marriage, meeting all criteria mentioned above? And what is the main question? If she can make her man happy by just being comfortable. So let's clarify today all criteria. What really a good wife should meet, and what's the difference between good and bad Ukrainian wives. Hello, guys, everybody. Thanks for joining me today in this nice Saturday evening. For me, it's evening. For you, it's morning. So nice to meet all of you. I wish you nice time spending with me and discussing this topic. I think the topic is really interesting and we will see it from different angles. Guys, as always, I want to ask you, please don't forget to like our episodes and to subscribe to our channel if you still didn't do it by simply clicking subscribe button in the lower right of the screen. Also, guys, I want to announce that next Saturday we will discuss with you topic which I think also will be very interesting for you, and we will talk a little bit about physiology of women, and it will call all ages of women's sexuality. I mean, I think it's very important for you to understand at what different stages and age stages how sexuality of women develops. So I think it's very important, especially for those guys who try to choose the youngest, or maybe who is thinking about getting the elder woman. So we will clarify all that stages and how woman feels at these different ages. Okay. Also, guys, want to remind you, don't forget about great chance you have on our Instagram channel. You should go just Match Guarantee, spelled with a Y, without space in between, and the winner will be announced every Saturday 10 a.m. So don't forget, you have a great chance to win personal information of our beautiful Ukrainian ladies, her contact information, her WhatsApp, Viber, Skype, email, and whatever. So you can communicate, and especially for those who is planning to come soon, I think that's a great chance. So don't miss that, guys. Okay, everybody, once again, hello, who just joined us. Nice to see all of you, and let's get back to our topic. I find this topic very specific, important, and it can be seen from different points of view, because, for every man, the definition of good wife can be absolutely different. Some guys will look for an ideal copy of their mom, because she's the epitome of an ideal woman for him. For some of you, the most important will be sex, because you are too hot, okay? So for some, it's just a good homemade food, coziness, comfort, peace at home. For others, just submissiveness and obedience. It's all depends on your personal characteristics, your character, and what actually you expect. So for some men, an ideal wife will be just a woman whom he loves greatly, who is next to him with all her good and bad features, just the way she is. Every man, has an ideal image in his mind, and what is good for Andrew, will never be the same good for Brian, let's say. Okay, so I will try to give you today a general idea, because you understand, no matter what criteria you personally have, The woman who doesn't pay attention for her family, cheats on husband, doesn't care about kids, hang around with her friends when the fridge is empty, and if there is a mess in the house, such woman can never be considered to be a good wife anyway, right? So, of course, nobody neglect the meaning of hot, tasty homemade food and hot sexual intimacy in relationships. This is always counted as woman's demonstration of love and devotion to her man. But that's not enough, for harmonious and happy relationships. So here are main features I defined for you that you can specify a really good wife, which I'm sure can make every man happy, to make him calm and confident in his marriage, which I think is the most important, how man should feel in his marriage next to his beautiful woman, okay? And every feature is actually connected with each other, with the previous one, and very important by itself. So the first feature, I think, good wife is a woman who can share the responsibility in a relationship with husband. So in every relationship, both partners should be responsible for everything what's going on in the family. In one case, woman can rely only on man and expects actually from him that he will make her happy. Later on, of course, she will be disappointed because one gate play, never can be successful. And in another example, the woman can decide it's only her responsibility as a woman, because the woman plays the main role in the family, just due to model of her parents' family, maybe due to the system she was brought up, due to some old standards, so it depends. One day, such woman will be tired, of course, and decide she needs recharging. So the power of responsibility doesn't mean to do everything by yourself, you or your woman, but being able to share and to split the responsibility, no matter what's going on in the family. It's bad times or good times, it's business or household duties, kids, health, whatever. So number two, it's good wife is a woman who allows men to feel as a man in relationships. That's very important for every man to feel as a man. If man wants to help the woman and asks for it, like, may I help you, okay? The bad wife always will answer, oh, no need, I can do it myself. By doing this, she showed to men the power which is not appropriate in this case. The good wife will agree, smiling to him, being tender and showing that the man is able to take care about her. Good wife never devalues man's actions. She is always thankful to him for whatever he does. He plays with kids, buys products, washes dishes, or maybe just make a coffee to her after working day. So every action, what man does, really worth women's appreciation and approval. So such woman admires always her man, and that makes him satisfied and happy. So he feels his power, meaning, and his importance in the family life. Number three, good wife is that woman who appreciates herself and accepts her at the same time being sincere. Very doubtful concept, but I absolutely agree with it. Let's see if you will be, if you also will accept this idea. In some meaning, such women, can be not convenient for men, because such type of women, they can be too emotional, impulsive sometimes. She has her dignity and she is not afraid to ask men what she really needs. She listens herself and knows what she wants. The man can't use her in his purposes, cannot dominate, cannot push her down and break her, because this woman always respects herself. So she is able to say about her feelings, dissatisfaction, and displeasure, if there is some, of course. She never betrays her principles and standards. It's not easy to deal with such woman, that's understandable, but let's compare her with a bad wife. She never asks for anything for herself. She endures bullying, doesn't take care about herself as good wife does, and she considers that her husband will always love her the way she is. She's adjusting to her man in everything. Her opinion becomes the opinion of other people, even if she thinks the other way. And she cannot refuse, and she is always victimized herself, suppresses her feelings. So actually, such type of woman is not happy. So by this way, she cannot make other people happy, and that's obvious. Number 4 feature from previous concept comes out the next conclusion. Having dignity, good wife, as a rule, has her own hobbies and interests. So she wants to develop, to improve herself, to open her potential. Her life is not concentrated only on family duties, husbands and kids. So she has her free time, she has her own space, and she can easily get her pleasure. I mean, in a good way. Okay, so don't confuse it like woman just enjoying her life, doing nothing about the house, and just take all advantages from the life, and especially being married. So by behaving this way, she's always interesting to her husband. She always has something to talk, and to talk about and to share with her husband. So the husband will never actually get bored with such woman because she's active, full of energy, and what in this way does bad wife? All her life is in the kitchen, trying to satisfy needs of husband and kids. All conversations with her are only about kids, school affairs, kids' diseases, shoppings and sales. Moreover, she is constantly in the kind of stagnation because person is just not developing herself. So her everyday looks the same like previous one, and nothing interesting happens in her life, nothing to boast of and nothing to share. So she doesn't give also such type of women doesn't give also the gulp of fresh air to her husband as well. Let's say the husband went to meet his friends, no matter where, but his wife will call him every hour, asking what's going on, how are you, when you will come back home. So of course, it will irritate man because she tries to conquer his territory, his own space and private time. Such women have tendency to dissolve in men instead of having her own space. Sooner or later, such attitude will become an outgoing, and the man will try to get rid of this burden because such type of woman can be really a burden for every man sooner or later. Remember, really happy can be people who actually have their own space, time, hobbies, and interests. Every person needs kind of isolation from time to time to have a rest from each other, and there is nothing bad in this. If wife and husband understand clearly and allow each other to be isolated from time to time, this couple will always have a chance for recharging and further interaction with new feelings and emotions. And I think that's very important, and people understand this and absolutely have adequate reaction if the person wants just to stay alone in the room, maybe to read something in the peace, in the silence, that nobody just touch him. So very important concept, I guess. And number 5, good wife is a happy woman, next to whom all the rest become happy too. Happy woman is good at creating a specific, nice and warm atmosphere around her. It's always pleasant to come home for men after working day and to stay there when your woman is spreading, love and kindness in the air. So of course her happiness directly depends on you guys, and it's kind of no, it means how much love and respect she will get from you, how much she will give back to you. So it's kind of energy circulation, But of course, smart and wise woman always has a specific way of thinking also, positive one, that makes her to appreciate actually what she has in her life, what she has exactly today, exactly right now. So it gives her power to accept some bad moments in her life, not making a drama of it. So bad wife actually means unhappy wife, to my mind. And of course, she will make the husband unhappy too. It's always important when the woman can be glad from any small things, like a sunny good weather, friends visit, nice food, etc. So, I mean, such women will be more tolerant and always will try to find good in any situation, no matter what happens. So it's much easier to deal with the easygoing woman in the family. So it seems to be so good and easy. It wouldn't be so sad, And it's not so easy for women to become a good wife. Why? From where it comes that woman becomes a convenient wife whom we can't call happy. Everything, guys, comes from our childhood, when our parents were trying to make us convenient, when we never interrupt, then we don't touch anything, don't talk loudly, don't argue, sit and stand still. Exactly at that moment, all our wishes and desires became unnecessary and unheard. So then we started to realize then to earn love, we must be convenient. The scenario when we were taught that love must be earned, for example, in case of kids, to bring good marks, right? To clean the house, to help mom, not to be rude, not to answer back, to be tidy. So only then in these situations we got appreciation, praise, hugs, and good words. So they bring this experience into our families later on when we grew up. And we take all responsibilities just on ourselves and expect at the same moment that we will be praised for such behavior. Our actions will be approved, and sometimes we even will be pitied. But nowadays, everything turns against the woman. The woman does more and more, bigger and bigger burden lies on her fragile shoulders. But instead, she gets less and less love and respect. I'm talking now about good women, okay? Maybe sometimes with a low self-esteem. I'm not talking about scammers or women who just raise themselves and just want money from you. I'm talking about just normal psychologically women, okay? Who is trying to do all the best to their family, to develop it and to create everything in the best way, like to please her husband, to be the best mom, and so on. So women lose their dignity trying to satisfy all high demands of men. And woman considers love, in this case, as a payment for her good behavior and attitude to men. But she forgets about her own value, about the fact that any person can be loved, in any mood and in any condition. The main is to make the right choice, guys. I want also to give you now a bit funny, but still true ideas. A little bit sad if you think seriously about them. What is considered to be a good wife here in Ukraine? Because, Ukrainian men, they have their specific idea about being the ideal woman, ideal and best wife. So, number one, she's never angry when he comes home fully drunk in the morning, and moreover, she never asks why there is a lipstick on his face and somebody's panties in his pocket. Number two, she never annoys husband while driving and never points where and how to drive. I think familiar situation for many of you. She doesn't invite her mom to your house, and she doesn't talk hours with her over the phone. She doesn't ask husband for money, and moreover, all her salary she gives to him in full amount. Okay, so never spending money for herself. She is fond of football, happy when he watches football on TV, and moreover, she can easily run to the shop with a big pleasure to buy some beer and even invites his friends. She never cheats, of course, and she never interested if her husband cheats on her, okay? And she's always hot, of course, and wants sex exactly when he wants. Her measurements 90, 60, 90, the ideal measurements, okay? And she always wears a mini skirt at home and always uses a makeup. So when the husband wakes up, she is like real beauty. She's crazy about cooking and always cooks something new and exotic for him. And moreover, she buys products alone, never asks him to help her to bring even heavy bags. She is not interested in jewelry, shopping. She can wear the same dress and blouse for many years, being absolutely satisfied with that. And she always listens to her husband, does what he asks and what he wants, because he's the main in the family. So, well, was funny, right? And there is always a bit of truth in every joke. But in these jokes, you can see the real wishes and desires of our Ukrainian men. So they're hidden, these desires, and of course, nobody demonstrate them openly, of course, because that's not polite if the men will tell this like demonstratively, okay? But majority of Ukrainian men, due to their mentality, way of bringing up, their parents' family model, still dream to have exactly this type of wife at home. But I would like to mention that even if Ukrainian man has such a wife at home, this ideal picture, okay, he will anyway cheat on her and won't respect this woman, just use her for his own needs. Because why? This woman is not worth respecting. Yeah, of course, he can boast to his friends, sitting and drinking in the sauna, or while fishing together with his friends, that his wife is an ideal. She never complains, doesn't ask for anything, allows him everything what he wants, but devoting all her life to satisfy his desires. So they say husband will never go from a good wife. If the man is satisfied, gets all he wants, food, support, tenderness, and understanding, will he be actually so stupid to leave the family, to leave such woman? The reality constantly fights with this axiom, unfortunately. And I guess everybody heard a lot of stories when the real beauty, smart, and successful woman, despite all her advantages, still stayed alone. So we can discuss how much we want the non-stability and non-reliability of modern men, but let's see the other side of situation. Maybe the wives just make mistakes if their hard work and all efforts are left just non-evaluated by men. In most cases, not always, but in most cases. Maybe some of them try too much to be an ideal, being afraid he can find better one day. Maybe it's just better to be the way the woman is. In this case, the man will have an opportunity to see all her sides before marrying this woman and to make a wise decision. So anyways, guys, no matter if she's obedient or stubborn, just a good housewife or career-oriented woman, I truly believe that all these types of women can be ideal and perfect wives for you. Of course, it all depends on you guys. And actually, it depends on what you expect from her in your family life and what role you would like her to play, and what is the most important, how she feels next to you. As a conclusion, I would like to summarize that in all cultures and in all religions, there are some criteria without which she can't be good wife no matter what. So she must be pleasant and kind, for sure, right? You don't want to have a bitch in the house, no matter how much you love her. If she is like constantly furious, angry, dissatisfied, of course, you can never be happy with her and you can never decide she's a good wife for you. She must always respect you. I think that's understandable. Without respect, any love just losing value, okay? She must communicate with husband all the time, being interested in his business, in his health, in his deals, in his relationship with friends, and she always should ask him. So she need to show the interest. She must take care of herself, to look nice, to take care about the house, because, no matter how beautiful she is, no matter how much money she can earn, no matter how sexy she is, if there is a mess and dirtiness in the house, one day you will be, of course, tired of this. And of course, she must be a kind and wise mother, because at the end of the day, all of you expect kids in the future, and it's very important how she will treat her kids and how she will bring them up. So remember, guys, your wife is your reflection. She is your creation or just your choice. Sometimes men say, I married a beautiful woman and now I have a monster in the house. No, guys, Either you made her a monster with your disrespect and bad attitude, or you were blind choosing her. So last time we talked with you, I mean previous Saturday, how to choose wife wisely, on what details to pay attention, and when to be actually attentive at the beginning of your relationship, in the process, before making a proposal to her. So, if the choice is correct and wise, you will be the perfect couple, believe me, loving, respecting, and satisfying each other all your family life. Woman is a flower. How you water it, so it will blossom. Your task is to create an atmosphere for your woman, the atmosphere of safety and comfort. Your task is to make her feel loved. Every woman who will get all mentioned above will be extremely thankful to you. And remember, thankful and loving woman is the best woman and best wife forever. So she will do everything to please you, to make you come back home with pleasure and with a nice mood. Make your choice wisely and love your woman. Only doing this, you will get an ideal and best wife. That's my opinion, guys, about what actually means good and bad wife. So you see, of course, we have main general criteria which must satisfy every man, but actually the best wife is happy wife, and her happiness depends on you, on your efforts. So now I would like to see your questions. Also, I would like to get your feedback. If you agree with my ideas, maybe you have some other. And if you don't accept, that's fine. But I would like to hear what you think about this. And you're welcome to ask your questions. I ask also, guys, don't forget, you always can watch video later on if you miss our live episode. And you're always welcome to make a comments below with proposing a new topic which will be interesting for you, okay, in the future. So hello everybody again, once again, whom I missed at the beginning. Celso, hello, thanks for your compliments. Greetings from Ukraine to Brazil. Okay. Tim, hello. Tracy, hello. Shevket, James, everybody. Nice to see you today. So, Celso, great topic, Vita. Thanks. I'm happy if you like and if you find it useful. Could you tell us how Ukrainian women show her jealous? Searching sometime in cell phone, smelling our clothes. I think jealousy woman is jealousy woman everywhere, not only in Ukraine, but all over the world, you know. And Ukrainian women, yes, they are jealousy. And you know why? First of all, Ukrainian women considered to be hot-tempered. And once we got with you a video when I discussed the difference between Ukrainian and Russian women. So Ukrainian women more hot, more jealousy, more emotional, more stubborn even, you know. Yeah, it can be in any way. She can check your phone. She can try to see what you're doing on your phone, what you're doing in your computer. If she knows the password, when you're not at home, she can check also your computer. She can check your pockets. Regarding smelling, you know, it's like extreme test. It's extreme test if she has already reasons, if she suspects you something. Sometimes she can be against your meeting with friends if she knows some friend is single and looking for woman. So if you go to a specific pub, specific place where you can meet a lot of women and you're not taking her with you, you can be just in the company drinking all together, like BBQ or some party, somebody's birthday, and if she sees some woman stare at you or look interested at you, so yes, she can see your reaction as well. And believe me, Ukrainian woman can be really jealousy, and she will not keep her mouth shut. The reaction will be like a bomb, very emotional. So be careful. Sometimes even can beat. Yes, I know some cases. So take care and choose your woman wisely in order not to look at other women later on, okay? Not to provoke your wife. Gregory Rivera, hello. Hello, I have one question. Is this only for the rich? The reason why I'm asking is that you use the term super rich. I'm a middle class American. Does the middle class have a chance? Yes, of course. When I use the term super rich, maybe in specific case when it's need to be mentioned, but I'm not talking only for super rich men. Middle class, I can tell you, have even more chances sometimes when super rich, because super rich man, always has super high demands, super high criteria, and he want to have super choice. If the woman is Ukrainian woman is sincere and in the middle age, and she is not too much spoiled, she would like to have just average man with average salary just to feel comfortable, just to have all what she needs. I am not talking about going out every evening, having trips every 3 months, or something like this. Just everything what needs to. So middle class have, of course, chance. And it all depends on your personality. If you're nice looking, if you're realistic about age gaps, so that's fine. Absolutely. Don't think only super rich man has a chance. Okay. Sean, hello. Vox Hawks, what do you do if a good wife at the smart turns into a bad wife later on in the relationship? I don't believe the person being grown up already can change easily. And we even have this proverb here in Ukraine. You can never teach the old dog new tricks. So actually, the person is the same. Yeah, she can be a little bit more relaxed if you give this chance to her, okay? Her character cannot be changed too much. It means you missed something at the beginning of relationship because you were blind and your choice was wrong. If you were happy with your woman at the beginning of relationship and now you're not unhappy, get back to the beginning. Look how relationship were at the same time, what you did for her and what she did for you. So it means something changes in your relationship. If you keep trying the same way your attitude, and you take care about her and you give her attention as always, and she just changed, maybe the love gone, maybe she found someone better. You never know, you never can have guarantee. But if she was perfect woman for you and now she behaved like a witch, you also need to check, maybe you made some mistakes. That's very important, because always remember, there is no choice when just one person is guilty in bad relationship. Something you did wrong, and maybe it start to getting bigger and bigger. Maybe you let her to make the distance bigger and bigger, and now she just shut up and her mood is spoiled all the time and she's too shy to discuss this. Then you need to start this conversation. But I don't believe good person can become bad person. I don't believe this theory, guys. It means your choice was wrong or you did something wrong just to spoil her. That's my idea. Maybe I'm wrong in by your opinions, but I think that's like this. Okay. Mhm. Mhm. Hello, Loy. Hello, made my own way. Mhm. Okay. Tracy, if you don't put some effort into it, you are not going to get anything back except eventually animosity and hatred. Absolutely. Absolutely. If only you doing everything in the family and she's just accepting, that's what we call one gate play. It can never end happily. So means you do something wrong, maybe you need to start to ignore her a little bit and to take some benefits from her, just to teach her a little bit. So that all depends. But I believe marriage is a mutual cooperation all the time, no matter how many years you are together, no matter how happy you feel at the same moment, and no matter how sure you are that your love will be forever and you have great relationship. Guys, in marriage, you should never relax. The biggest mistake of men to relax after marriage, especially if he gets good woman. Then he start to think, okay, now I got my prize, I won her, so she doesn't have no way out, she won't escape anywhere. And then the man start to relax because he doesn't need to win her again. So the target is caught. That's the biggest mistake. Women are very inventious, very creative, very revengeous. And if they see your attitude start to be changing, so she will do some steps as well. So, mutual process, guys. Okay. James, my girl and I have discussed finances. If we find love, I'm willing to move there. She is 32, I'm 63, but we have similar view of life. Yes, that's what we were talking about last time. I don't believe plus attracts minus. Yes, it attracts at the beginning because of different tempers, because of patients just on sexual background. But in the future, to build strong and stable relationship, never plus can attract minus, because you are too different and it's all the time like a crash, like a crash, because your needs, your desires doesn't coincide. They doesn't fit each other. So you need to have same interests, same ideas, and same views. Only in this way you can get the same goal, because your goals should be the same for both of you. It's not like she wants to build career and you want to become a millionaire, and you guys just live in the same territory, and she's doing what she wants, what she has in her mind, and you are doing what you want. No, then it's just like a business deal, just staying at the same territory, but nothing about happy and stable marriage, I think. Tracy, which the nice choice of words. Yeah, can be another option, but I mean, you understand what I mean. Yes. Ashraf Thabet. Hello, where do Ukrainian women go when they have family problems? Parents, church, friends, psychologists? Psychologists, not for sure. Some of them, yes. In majority of cases, younger generation, because they are now crazy about all these seminars, self-development coaches, all these trainings, all this shit, In majority of cases, yes, they go to parents and they go to friends. But, okay, but I think the wise woman will never go to parents. And I will explain you why. I know this from my own experience. When you have fight with your husband, or you have fight with your wife, okay, and then when you're angry, upset, offended, if you call to your mom and say, you know what happened, she told me blah, 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 I'm so offended, blah, blah, blah. What thinks and what feels your mom? You are her kid. And the first desire is to protect my child, okay? No matter who is the offender. I want to protect. So your mom will start to get negative feeling towards your wife. So it's vice versa, okay? If I call to my mom and say my husband is blah, 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 jerk and doing something wrong, upset, making me upset all the time, my mom will get irritated day by day. And one day, this bomb will explode. But what usually happens in normal family? Yeah, everybody can fight. Everybody can have arguments, but one day you will get peace again. You will sit and discuss. Everything is fine. You're not offended anymore, but your mom have this negative feeling inside towards the man. And then you need to protect your man in front of your mom and say, no, mom, he's not so bad as you think. Now everything is okay. But for mom, it's already a reason to hate him. So that's the same. If you guys will complain to your mom or to your dad about your woman, of course your parents will have negative feeling more and more, because they will understand your woman makes you unhappy. So I think that's the most stupid thing what actually women can do, to go discuss this with parents. Number one, with parents. Friends can be sometimes okay if you trust the person, but so, but usually to church. No, maybe some of them who is too religious. Psychologists also rare case. I have some friends of mine who go to psychologists, but I have just two people like this, and not about a relationship with husband, but just life in general, their place in this life, about all the time being unsatisfied with the results of your life. So something like this. But more often it's parents and friends. Red Eye Vapes, hello. I have a question. I know an Ukrainian woman from Odessa. How can you tell if a Ukrainian woman is into you or like you? Oh, that's too complicated question just for this live episode. We can talk hours about this to understand if the woman really like you. We had such video on our channel, I think from the last year, with all red flags and all hints and signs. So if you will have time, you can check it. But actually a lot of signs how you can understand. The first sign is communication, of course. Just to give you a short answer, communication should be on regular base, everyday base. And for me personally, there is no excuses when the woman tell, I don't have time to communicate with you, don't have time to answer on your message, don't have time to say you good morning or good night. I can tell you, even making a coffee in the morning, and when you're waiting until the water is boiling, you have a couple of minutes just to say good morning, how was your night, were you dreaming about me, or I wish you a nice day. When you're in the bus, minibus, going to supermarket or to your job, you always have at least 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes sometimes just to text, I wish you a nice day, I'm on my way to job, I will talk to you later. That's very important. If the woman doesn't communicate with you in the specific time frames, it can be suspicious for you. But actually, the frequency and the quality of communication, if you're still online dating with her, that can be the main reason for you to understand how much she's into you. Okay, hope you get my answer and satisfied. Okay, 1 second, guys. James, my girl has told her mother all about me, even my age. That's fine, nothing bad about that. So if she trusts her mother, that's fine. To discuss you with mom, that's good. The bad, if you do something wrong and she is going to her mom to complain, it means the relationship between you and her mom will be spoiled forever, because you will be okay then together, but mom will have negative attitude to you. Women are selfish. What about men? Men always selfish, also selfish. And I can tell you more. If we compare the percentage of selfish among genders, okay, among men and women, I think men are more selfish than women. Women have more tendency to sacrifice, to victimize. They always invest more efforts, more time, and more tryings to build a good family. Of course, if you find a good wife, if she's not expecting just money from you, so if the choice was right. Men are more selfish, to my mind, but I never say men are bad, women are good. No, that's not my theory, so don't confuse, please. Nagi Askander, I want to know what is in her mind. Question without answer. I'm sorry. Whose mind? And I'm not how it is to say parapsychologist or extrasense who can see what is in her mind. So I'm sorry. Yeah, ask her is the best way. Yeah. Michael, hello. Thank you for all your good information. Thanks, Michael. I'm pleased. I come through profiles of well-educated Ukrainian women. However, I do not know how these women find jobs in the United States. A doctor, for example. That's easy. A lot of people move to United States, and majority of them finds job. Let's say, as an easy example, the friend of mine with her husband and her daughter, they moved to Chicago 3 or 4 years ago. Both people quite educated, good people. It was a long way for them to get these documents to USA. So she got here very good position, manager position. They both were uh, earning not bad there here, and the woman started to work there as a cleaner. 1 year, I think she had been working as a cleaner. The husband, I don't remember exactly what, but also now she has a very good position. She changed already third job. Her language skills improving like day by day. They are waiting for their interview. Their daughter is studying at a very good school, so that's not a problem. If people industrious, hardworking, and they know why they came there, what they want, so that's not a problem. I think in America it's much easier to find job than in Ukraine, because in Ukraine that's really a deal to find a job, especially if you're not a young person. So, okay. They have to learn English, do a test to prove that what they know. Yeah, that's for sure. Wayne, привет. I hate that I got here late. Sorry. That's fine. You're welcome, even late. But if you want to see what we were discussing from the beginning, so you can watch it after, no problem. The video will still be here on the channel. Michael, you're welcome. Gregory. George Harris, didn't get your question. How much you sell me wife for? Personally, I am not selling anything here. I'm just sharing with you just my opinion, not even the opinion of somebody, just my personal opinion. If it's interesting for people, they are listening. So that's not even information from some people. So just my thoughts and my experience, which I think quite rich and quite big to share with you. So I'm not selling anybody. Okay, it's up to you to choose. If you're talking about agency where to choose or to find the wife, there are lots of them, cheap and expensive, sometimes even free, like Tinder or whatever. So they're not selling women. Nagi, we have been in relationship 5 months. She doesn't want me to bush hair. We get married. We met 3 in Ukraine. We text each other every day. She told me to know more each other. That's fine if you're texting every day and you're in a relationship. So don't be in a hurry. It's also very interesting for me from what country you are. Where do you live? So that's also very important. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They always talk to their mom. Not always. Stupid one, yes. Wise, not. And if they know the reaction will be adequate and normal, why not to discuss with mom and to ask maybe some advice? The wise mom who has her family strong and stable, she always will give advice. Of course, if we are not talking about cheating, beating, or total disrespect, or leaving her alone, abandoning her alone in the house without money, food, water, and just being somewhere. If we are not talking about extreme cases, wise mom always will give a wise advice. So you need, my daughter, you need to try more, you need to try this, you need to try that, do in this way, try what his reaction will be. So wise mom, if she wants her daughter to be happy, she will always give advice how to keep the family, because in every family, no matter how much you love each other, will be always good times and bad times, and some people needs to come through this always. So very important, if in general people are okay with each other and everything was fine till some specific period of time, wise mom will always will give good advice how to make the family stronger, maybe how to shut up sometimes when women really need to do, how to be more flexible, more tolerant. Maybe she understands something wrong and she will explain her how it was between her and father. Okay, so it should be like this, but of course, unfortunately, not every person understand this correctly, just complaining and complaining. Mhm. Kenneth, my lady named Anna from Kiev. I met her on Dream Single. She talks with letters and pics over a year, and I pay for credit. Would it be wise to travel to see her? Yes, it would be wise, but I'm not sure she's interested in you. Really, that's my opinion. If you just for 1 year keep corresponding with her on the website, via website, and you pay this credit and you pay for this correspondence, I guess by the time you decide to meet with her, she can just simply disappear, or I'm afraid you're corresponding with someone. The main question is, do you have her personal phone number, her personal email, or WhatsApp or Viber? That's very important. If for 1 year you're just corresponding via match agency, I don't want to make you upset, but my vision is quite clear about these situations. Okay. Khaled, я хочу эмигрировать в Украину. You want to immigrate to Ukraine. Okay, you're welcome. Some Russian guys joined us today as well. Okay, Ghost Rider, hello. Are you saying that the negative things the woman tells her mom will eventually destroy the marriage? Of course, it has a great influence. Of course, it will. And of course, it can, because if mom doesn't like you, or if mom feels you offends her daughter, so she will provoke these fights, and she will teach her daughter not to be more flexible, not to be more tolerant. She will teach her to be more aggressive, and she will teach her how to answer back, how to give you no chance to dominate. So of course it will provoke fights, because the woman always should have a balance between dignity and flexibility. That's the main women's feature. At the same time, she must not be dissolved in you. She needs to have her own opinion, but she needs to listen to you and to hear you and to respect your opinion. Of course, if we are not talking about some stupidity, okay? If you want to go to casino and use all money from your deposit to try your luck, of course, she will be stupid if she will shut up, okay? She need to tell you her opinion. So, but we are not talking about such extreme cases, right? We are talking about normal things. So if the woman is able to balance between dignity, self-respect, and listening to husband, respecting to husband, and being flexible, then that's fine. That's number one combination which woman must possess. In this case, the family have very big chance to be stable and strong for a long time. uh, Hope you understand what I mean. But of course, there are some people who doesn't have their own opinion. If the woman is not self-confident and she needs to hear someone's opinion whom she respect, and her mom can do like this, like pin in her ass. Oh, don't let him do this. Don't let him go with his friends. Take all money from him. Blah 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 blah. Of course, she will be more and more provoked, and one day it will explode like a bomb. So of course it can destroy family. Guys, we have 5 minutes. So for now, please stop asking the questions, okay? Because I have still some. I will check. Good moms get lots of calls from family. Yes, of course, if she's not interfering and if she's wise, of course, and that's normal. I call to my mom every day. Every day. Yeah, sometimes I'm busy and not responding immediately or in a good way. Even sometimes if I'm busy or upset or something, yes, but we communicate with my mom, for example, every day. At least texting. Okay, so that should be okay. How do pensions, retirement plans work in Ukraine? Zero. Very bad. Very bad. Okay. Skid Row. I'm 33, currently communicating with a Ukrainian woman. She's 38, but very pretty. What's your advice for younger guys dating older Ukrainian women? No problem. If she looks fine, 38 is quite a good age. And if you like her, if you have sex appeal, okay, to her, and if you a good match, that's no problem. Absolutely. If you feel like this, so she can be a little bit smarter than you because she's more experienced, and women get older a little bit faster than men. So, but if you love her and she loves you, actually no specific recommendation. If this age gap is okay for both of you, that's fine. No need to do something special. And by the way, in Ukraine, we have lots of age gap, vice versa, opposite, okay, when the woman is older than men. But I just think this age gap shouldn't be like too much. Okay. Nagi, I bought 2 apartments in Odessa to show her I'm serious because she won't stay in Ukraine for 2 years. That was a mistake. No need to show that you bought 2 apartments. You give her wrong signs. Okay. She needs to be with you. She needs to want to be with you without 2 apartments. Okay. Okay. Guys, stop questions. Okay, guys. So far, I see no specific questions regarding today's topic. I want to say thanks a lot for spending this time with me on your weekend. So part of your weekend you spend with me every week. I appreciate that greatly, and I'm always trying to make this information interesting and useful for you. So don't forget, please, to leave me your feedback in the comments, maybe after video. If you get in your mind some interesting topic, please share with me. I always read your comments, and it would be interesting for me to prepare something what will be interesting for you. Don't forget that next Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, we meet with you as always here live, and we will discuss the topic all ages of women's sexuality. So I think that will be interesting for you. I will try my best to make it interesting for you, okay? Please, if you like this episode, make your likes under this video and subscribe to our channel by simply clicking subscribe button in the lower right of the screen. I hope to see all of you next Saturday as well. Hope you will feel nice and cheerful, and hope you got my answers and it's clarified a little bit in your mind. If you have something to share with me, feel comfortable, okay? Feel at home. And I will see you next week. Also, guys, don't forget about our Instagram channel at Match Guarantee, spelled with a Y without space in between, where you can win contact information from the girls under the highlights, okay? Her Skype, WhatsApp, Viber, phone number, email. So you will have a chance not communicating with the person where some agency like some of you do and paying all these credits. I'm sorry for that, okay? But just free contact information, and I think that's the best chance. You really should try. And the winner is every Saturday 10 a.m. on Instagram, okay? So thanks a lot. I love all of you. I wish you nice weekends. In Sumi, it's raining cats and dogs, and I am happy because that's really like a spring weather here, +5. So if somebody is ready to come, okay, you're welcome. The weather is fine. No -30, no snow, nothing. Okay, so have a good nice mood, guys. See you next Saturday. Love all of you. Bye bye. Thanks for joining.